Welcome to Let's Play Ratchet & Clank, Going Commando. I'm Nye, and we're going to start a playthrough. But before we do, let's watch Ratchet play some Ratchet. Always my favorite intro. There we go, intro. Always my favorite intro screen of the series, I think, just because it's really funny to watch Ratchet. They did a really good job coordinating his reactions and his expressions to what's actually playing on the screen. To the point where actually, at the end of this little thing that he does, he'll die at the end of every episode, and he'll look at Clank, kind of upset, and then turn off the screen. We're not going to wait that long, though. So let's start a new game. This is, of course, the Ratchet & Clank Collection version of the game. There are a couple glitches in here that are going to be unfortunate.
Behind the hero. Tonight's heroes are the duo who recently restored peace and order to our galaxy, Ratchet and Clank. So, gentlemen, tell us about your latest incredible adventures.
Well, as you can imagine, we've been pretty busy. After Drek's defeat, there were parades, press conferences, fancy dress balls.
And the wiener roast at Al's.
Oh yeah, that. And then things started to slow down a bit. After that, well...
There was the grand opening at Groovy Lube.
Right. I think that was last week.
6 months ago.
We're still pretty busy, but in a more, domestic sense.
Yesterday, I flushed out my radiator core.
I guess no one needs a hero right now.
Nope, no one. No one at all.
Miss Noodlebottom, I found our man.
Except for maybe that guy. And then he kidnaps us. Because that's okay.
Welcome.
What the...
I'm Abercrombie Fizzwidget, founder of the Megacorp Company in the Bogon Galaxy.
Bogon?
I'm sorry to incapacitate you, but our entire galaxy is in a very precocious situation. I must humbly request your sustenance on a mission of dire urgitude, a mission of superfluous peril, a mission of unequivocal imperitude.
Did that make any sense?
So, you need me to go on a dangerous mission in another galaxy.
Indubitably. A few days ago, this top-secret biological experiment was stolen from our testing laboratory by this dupliferous criminal mastermind, and I need you to get the experiment back.
We'll do it.
We will?
Greg, I have precipitated your recalcitrance and have made special improvisations for you. We are prepared to give you a job as the head accountant for Megacorp, plus a penthouse suite in lovely Megapolis, and our state-of-the-art robotic masseuse.
Deal.
As for you, Ratchet, I'll need you in superlatory shape. While in transit to the Bogon Galaxy, you will undergo heavy training and conditioning, including martial arts, heavy weaponry, survival skills, stealth, macrame, ballroom dance, and origami.
He keeps using those words. I don't think they mean what he thinks they mean.
We've used bipolar vector regurgitation to track the thief's location to a flying base in Sector 7. Infiltrate the base and retrieve the experiment.
Sir, ready for launch.
Our little Ratchet's all grown up. And actually trained this time. He actually knows what he's doing. This is planet Aranos. We're not going to see much of the surface.
Ratchet reporting. I'm on final approach to coordinates 37 Alpha.
Good luck. I'm counting on you.
Affirmative. Beginning radio silence.
We're going to infiltrate this thing. And now we're in control. So things have changed a little bit since Ratchet & Clank 1. One thing that's changed is that my camera controls are no longer set the way I want them to be. Better. Okay, so a couple things have changed. Number one, our weapons have changed. Right now, we're holding the Lancer, which is basically the blaster of Ratchet & Clank 2. We're also holding the gravity bomb, which is essentially the bomb glove, just a lot more powerful and a lot more useful. Gadgets, got none. Quick select, just that. Items, actually this is kind of cool. We start off with the Megacorp helmet, which actually gives us a rebreather, so we can breathe underwater in space now, so we don't actually have to go get an O2 helmet. We also have the Commando suit. Armor is a thing nowadays, and we'll be getting other suits later on in the game that will actually upgrade our defenses against enemies. As you can notice, there's also 4 different collectibles in the game. The Platinum Bolts, which are basically the gold bolts of the last game. Crystals and Moonstones will be used later on to get a lot of money. And Raritanium, which we'll use in space battles in order to actually get some upgrades. We also immediately have a Specials menu, which includes cheats that we can unlock later on. As you can see, skill points actually do something nowadays, instead of just sitting there and looking pretty. We'll be using some of those. We have a skill points menu directly off the bat, which gives us the name of whatever skill point we're looking at, and gives us the planet that it's on, but does not actually give us any other information. We have to discover it out on our own. And we also immediately have a movies menu, so we can see the movies that we may have missed. Nifty. Well, let's get going. If you look in the upper right-hand corner, you can see that we have bolts.
Select weapon.
Go away, Sheila. So we do have bolts that we're going to collect. Money hasn't changed. In the middle, you can see our actual health.
Circle.
Go away, Sheila. That is our health on the left, and there is an experience bar that is slowly growing beneath it. We currently have 4 hits to death now. We will gain more later on. As our experience bar grows, it'll go up with every kill that we make, and at the maximum, not only will we do a gigantic shockwave of damage to all enemies in the area, but we will also gain exactly 1 extra hit. Ratchet & Clank 2 allows us to have a lot more nanotech than Ratchet & Clank 1 did. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see our current ammo and our current weapon list. And as you'll notice, there is an experience bar beneath that as well, because weapons do upgrade themselves nowadays. Most of the movesets haven't changed, so we do have the Hyper Strike, we have our combo attack. Keep in mind the combo attack now actually does do a... I mean, it did it before, but now it's a little more pronounced. There is a step forwards with the combo attack. You can use this to dodge enemy attacks that are coming behind you, allows you to keep literally 1 step ahead of your enemies. You'll also notice that the bolts now are gold. Just about every Ratchet & Clank game has a slightly different looking bolt set than the previous. You might also notice that the Lancer is a lot better at auto-targeting than the Blaster was.
Try using...
No, I'm not going to use Gravity Bomb. I'm going to use the Lancer, because I want to use the Lancer. Go away, Sheila. It's a cutscene. And that's acute.
I see it's time to update my security forces.
And that's a bad guy.
Whoa, no, hey, no, look, I'm just here to fix the transflexor coil.
Nice try. Give my regards to Megacorp. Finish him.
Still a better bad guy than Drek. One thing we can also do nowadays is strafe. It's one of my favorite. Well, all additions to Ratchet Clank 2 are my favorite, and I'll be saying that multiple times later on. But strafing is one of the better upgrades to the game. It is actually going to be very helpful to us later on, as if it wasn't helpful to us now. And while strafing, not only can you run left and right, forward and backwards, you can do backflips and side flips and front flips and all that jazz. Very useful. We also have, as you can tell, continue points. Unlike Ratchet & Clank 1, where you saw me frequently getting killed and then having no idea where I would show up afterwards, Ratchet & Clank 2, it makes it very obvious where you will be once you come back.
Lugs for less. If it ain't broke, we'll break it.
Right. I'm in the market for some security.
You'll bring the cash, we'll bring the thrash.
Good. I need your best men to meet me at these coordinates.
We'll have to get there, too. Go away, Sheila. One thing Ratchet Clank also did, which you guys will never be able to see, because it's not a seeing thing, is it upgraded the vibration functions on the controllers. So the controllers actually do vibrate a little bit stronger and a little bit more accurately than Ratchet Clank 1 did. Gives you a little bit more feedback for your guns, lets you feel the real power behind some of them. For instance, the Lancer feels a lot more powerful than the Blaster did. We can single aim, brings us to a first-person perspective, a lot easier to shoot with. probably never going to use it because I don't like it. It's not as accurate as it could be, and I don't get to move while I'm doing it. Something you might also notice is that the economy in this particular galaxy does not seem to be as good as the economy in the last one. Namely, I already have 4,000 bolts. In the previous game, at this point I would have only had about 500 or so. Let's see, what's in here? Hi! You're breaking things! That's unacceptable! Oh, don't hit me. That's very nice. Go away. Well, were they just sitting in this closet waiting for me? Supplies! I mean, really? That's not gonna end well. What is he, James Bond? Check that skybox. That is an amazing skybox. Another addition to Ratchet Clank 2 is a lot more slapstick humor.
Ratchet checking in, sir.
Incredulous. I didn't expect to hear from you again. So soon.
There was a slight problem. The thief escaped with the experiment, and I have no idea where he was headed.
Not to worry. I just received an emission which may lubricate the matter.
Do you have any maps for this quadrant of the galaxy?
You bet, mister! We got galactic maps, 3D maps, fold-outs, cutouts, maps to the stars, and their homes.
Sorry about that. Oh, I forgot my wallet. Could you take care of this?
Perimeter defenses deactivated.
That worked remarkably well.
You forgot your change.
I'm on my way.
And we keep the same loading screens as we had in Ratchet Clank 1. And the same sounds, too. Well, we have arrived on Planet Oozla. Or Planet Ooze, as you may come to know it as.
For a map, press select.
No. Okay, folks, we will check out Planet Ooze next time.